Who else would like to share?
I would like to share something from last time we were at you, so maybe it's not the right time, but now I regret that I didn't
Okay.
share it at that time. It was Jan sharing his sexual fantasies about pedophilia, and that I think was brave to share.
Absolutely.
But what really shocked me, I think, was that you said, Douglas, that you didn't know that it was such a strong, what's it called, that there's so much condemnation, is it called that? That people don't like that, and that Marian then had to tell you, yes, but most people don't, they really think it's very bad. And I should have asked, because I was really, why doesn't you know what everybody else knows?
I have no idea what's going on in the world. I don't read news. I haven't read newspapers ever.
No, but I think it's a basically ethic thing in this society. But what then happened was that I asked Ingon on the way home, why? What do you think? What happened? Why didn't Douglas? And so on. And she tried to explain, and explained maybe from you, but mainly from the course. And I didn't get the explanations. And one of the explanations that tried to explain was that there are no real distinction between one or the other or the third or the fourth, what is bad and what is not so bad, and then the next one is about these illusions that I don't get, that it also maybe because of the basic thing about that, but it's all illusions. And then I get really totally confused, and I went mad with England, because I think it's very hard once you've killed somebody, and everybody who's loving this person who's now dead, and you stand there talking about the cause and forgiveness. I think it's really, really hard to tell them that it's just an illusion. So that was what, yeah, my question is this way of thinking from this to that right?
We call that, saying that to somebody like that at a funeral or something is what we call a CP, a course platitude. Totally using the course teaching inappropriately at the wrong time. And I would never do that. Because to say that is an intellectual statement. It may be true, but the people who are at the funeral have no idea of this new way of thinking. And to throw a level one statement at them is not helpful.
No, but how does the course then deal with what Christianity calls the deadly sins, and what Buddhism calls ethical rules, I would call it?
Well, what the Course says is that sin is a construct that we have made up.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't exist except in our own thinking. And I think the first principle of miracles is there's no order of difficulty in miracles, which means there's no hierarchy of illusions. So any judgment that somebody would have about sexual behavior is the same as having the sexual behavior. There's no difference. And our job for ourselves is to see the Christ in everyone and to watch all our judgments of other people. Because our judgments of other people are what we're doing to ourselves. We're condemning ourselves. And one of the main differences between the Course in Miracles and Christianity, and sounds like Buddhism and all other religions, is their belief in sin. That sin is real.
No, Buddhism doesn't.
Okay, I had a feeling it didn't, but Christianity certainly does. The whole Bible is based on sin being real. And that's why there have been so many wars. Sin is something we've made up. It's a construct. of the ego thought system to keep us separate.
But that's something else than ethical rules.
There are no ethics in the Course in Miracles. It doesn't even mention the word.
Then I don't get it. But we shouldn't make this a discussion
No.
right now.
Okay. Ethics is, again, is a construct, like sin. We made it up. We're choosing what we think is good and what is bad. And we're trying to let go of good and bad. To see
I just
everything.
want to add to that
Yeah.
because it's really interesting, and I think the confusion also hits me a lot of times. You know, about the definitions and how to be in that state of mind. But I think what is really important for me is this thing about judging. For instance, judging pedophilia to be something specific. The point isn't that it's not that pedophilia is not bad. That's not the point. For me, the point is to not judge. That is the point. And then what we are talking about, if we're talking about pedophilia, if we're talking about a kiss, if we're talking about a soccer match, it could be anything. You know, that's. I think that is our job, and yeah, and the courses practice only love. So, you see,
For me,
practice only
the
forgiveness.
best example is killing. Could be other.
What,
The best example is killing other people.
what the Course in Miracles does is it calls what we call sin errors. In the world, to kill is an error, but it's not a sin. That's the difference.
No, but it's unethical. If it's for no reason, then I think I would say I agree with them. Those who say this is not good, which is the judgment, and I think it would never be possible to tell those who love this person. It's just an error.
What
Never mind,
happens?
forgive.
What has happened for criminals? Like, for example, Hitler had the worst birth script I have ever read about. I can't remember details, but it's horrific. What we call criminals, what they need is love and correction of the mind, not the correction of their behavior. This is the big mistake we have made. Prisons are all about behavior correction, hardly ever about the mind. And we all create errors. You know, we get angry with our partners, we get angry with our friends, we do all sorts of things. It's all the same mistake. It's all about choosing separation in one form or another. And our job is to watch our minds with all our judgments. It's because we have a lot of inner judgments that we do what we consider in the world illegal.